Why women ignore men they are most attracted to. And I know this can be one of the most confusing experiences you may have gone through, but it's for a reason. And that reason is really misunderstood amongst the men who have also experienced a similar thing. You may notice signs a woman is interested in you. She's giving you eye contact. She pays attention to what you're doing. And you guys could even just have a really great conversation. But then out of nowhere, she pulls back her energy. And then maybe you notice she gets awkward or appears to be nervous around you for a reason that is unknown to you. That is exactly what I'm going to be going over. But before we get into today's video, so you guys, let's get into today's video. The most common reason why women actually ignore men they're most attracted to has everything to do with the emotional risk that she feels when she is actually genuinely attracted to you. One of the biggest misconceptions men can have is that when a woman is attracted to you, it makes her feel or act in a confident way. And maybe the idea you have of when a woman is confident in the ways she finds you attractive, she's going to initiate conversation. And she's going to want to show you basically all her cards to let you know that she's all in on you. Instead, we feel attraction on an emotional level that sometimes isn't so straightforward. It can make us over-critique ourselves and analyze interactions in a way that makes us actually not present with you. Or so women can be in their heads thinking about how you are perceiving her in that moment, especially when there's that initial attraction there to begin with. And let's think about your own dating life and how you experience attraction with women. Maybe you're the type of guy that sees an attractive woman and it makes you want to pursue her with action. You're not afraid to go up to her, get her number, get her Instagram, and get the ball rolling in that way. But maybe you're the type of guy that sees a woman you're attracted to, and that attraction makes you overthink almost everything. How you should approach her, how you should text her to plan a date, how you should greet her, and the list can go on. When you're face to face with a woman you perceive as attractive, it can make you critique yourself on levels you wouldn't necessarily do if you weren't seeing that attractive person, which doesn't always make a person, whether it's a woman or a man, confident in who they are. More so, it can trigger a sense of vulnerability of you actually experiencing the emotion of what that attraction triggered within yourself. Do you feel deserving? Do you feel worthy? And are your insecurities getting in the way of what could be a really great connection? And yes, women also experience this. When she's either greeted or an attractive man has got her attention, she will pull back her energy as a way to protect herself from maybe not being hurt by you or not feeling exposed emotionally in your presence. And as a man, I'm sure you felt vulnerable in certain situations with women you find attractive. That can make you act in ways you wouldn't necessarily act if you didn't find a person attractive. And that confidence can be way easier to tap into because there's nothing putting you at emotional risk. And women also experience that same thing when she's talking to a man she finds good looking. Now, the other reason why women can find themselves ignoring men she is actually attracted to has everything to do with her perceived worth and how this ties into her own self-belief. Of course, we as human beings all have insecurities. And a lot of women either subconsciously or consciously struggle of how they look and how they are perceived by other people. And if she feels like you're very attractive, brain can subconsciously put you in a tier that is above her, which will make her insecurities come to a head, make herself question who she is. And that's why I like to say either consciously or unconsciously. Most of the times, how we perceive ourselves can be rooted in subconscious patterns to how we responded to things that made us feel rejected, neglected, unimportant, and judged by the people closest to us, or even people that didn't really matter, but actually make a person question how they see themselves today. And that's why women who are shy or maybe not super outgoing right away can come face to face with certain stories that were created about how she once saw herself or sees herself today. And for those types of women, there's a lot more at risk. She cares about another person's perception more than the women that can be super outgoing, straightforward, or even just coming on to you. That's one way women respond to attraction. But the one that goes unnoticed is the women who pull back their energy, can't ignore the thing they want the most because it puts her at emotional risks. something that can make a woman feel emotionally triggered. And that's a man she deeply finds attractive. So I really hope in today's video I could help you understand why some women actually ignore the men they are most attracted to. Again, you guys take any dating video with a grain of salt because it's not one size fits all. Everyone has a different story, and that's a really great part within dating because it can make you trust your own perception first before what another person thinks. Deep down, you know what's best. So I highly recommend you start trusting your own intuition when it comes to your dating life, but also definitely seek knowledge from other sources that can help you gain even further clarity. And if you guys like today's video and you guys are wanting to speak with me one-on-one, I do offer coaching services and I would love to hear from you. So my coaching email will be right here as well as linked down below. If you guys like today's video, give it a like, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.